Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues with the Enclave Reborn sub-mod. We just killed New Reno, which is great, so now we have some land. Unfortunately, we are now kind of drawing the attention of the new California Republic, and I'm fairly confident that if they detect us, they will, immediately declare war. Obviously, not the most ideal situation for me, but we're going to try to remember the rig and see if we can't make that work. So, we do not have the war support necessary at this point to attack anybody else. We're going to have to sit on this for a bit, but at least now we have some factories. Carson City, Vault City, or Maddox County. I just kind of want to see where to place my troops. So there's Vault City right there. I imagine the Yakuza territory is the Carpic City area. Carson City, there we go. Yes, it is. Okay, so they're probably the next person that I would want to attack. Let's go ahead and set up our troops in a front line right here. And set up a war goal around Carson City and Fallon, if at all possible. We'll try for something like that and see if it works eventually, but I'm not going to do that right now. So now we have our military factories. What should we produce? Well, let's think about logistics. So we are using up power armor and infantry equipment currently. So those are the two things that we need to be producing. Let's produce the power armor, and let's produce the common energy weapons. We'll do 2 to each for the time being, though I am actively researching an upgrade to our power armor, so this is going to change soon enough. As far as logistics, everything else is looking okay. Looks like power armor does require metal, electronics, and production lines require advanced technology. What are we producing right now? We are extracting all of the above. So at the moment, things are looking pretty good for us. Okay. Okay, so we really need to get some political power before we get detected and die. But we are only 8 days away from getting enough political power to actually do that, so that's fine. We remembered the rig at just the right time. Getting some extra political power generation would obviously be very good. Let's pop the button. So we are protected for at least a little bit longer. Let's do the Enclave Radio so we do get that extra political power generation. Over time, that can definitely add up. Hold a small speech, increasing the popularity of the oligarchs. Okay. Arrange disappearances, reduce the popularity of technocracy by killing a person here and there. Technocracy, would that be considered? I guess that would be considered the intellectuals, wouldn't it? So we can just get rid of more and more of the reformists. Honestly, that doesn't sound like something we really need right now, and I kind of need political power more than anything else. But we did at least get this guy, which gives us the extra research speed and war support, as well as the elite support, which is going to make a pretty big change. So we're definitely increasing in popularity a lot faster, which I like. What's this event, by the way? Ah, being a purist, okay. We need to get rid of the political infighting, and the best way for us to do that is definitely to get 80% purist support so we can actually purge the opposition completely. That would certainly help quite a bit. It would give me a lot more political power generation, much more organization, recovery, and stability. Caesar's Legion is expanding yet again. Surprising absolutely no one. Haha. Tribal Huts is done. Cool. We get some extra popularity gain. So what else do we need? Still ahead of time on a few techs. Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. Engineering. We could go for some encryption tech. I don't think we need any of that yet. No boats. Could research planes. Again, can't build. Could start working on some of our tactics. Robotics, I don't need yet. Vehicles we could research. Again, don't have the production to support. It would not be the worst idea to get some more support companies, such as the healing powder, so we can get the field hospitals and preserve what little manpower we have. Because we're going to have to make do with very little at this point. I think that makes the most sense at this point, so that's exactly why I chose that. All right. So Enclave Radio is on the way. We have 70 days of defense, and we are creating how much? 0.61 per day. 0.61 times 70, let's say 71 days left. That is 43 political power that we're going to generate. That is not enough to continue hiding our activities from the NCR. So yeah, we really need more political power. We may even have to have some periods where we just straight up stop doing national focuses so that we can defend ourselves. So we have remembered the rig, we get war support. That is always helpful. Can't do anything with Protectors of Humanity until we have 70% for our Purist faction, but we're getting closer to that point. Recovering the archives will give me Tesla weaponry for free, which is awesome. Robotics, more airships. We do get air bases if I do this. Okay, so if you want to get some immediate air bases, this is the way to go. Contacting the remnants. I can't spend the political power. This would give me an expedition to the Mariposa base. I have no idea what this does. Is that what we want to do? I think we're going to hold off. Let's get the air bases set up. Just so I can use my airships if I need to, and maybe those end up being useful. Wait, I already have one. Never mind. Well, we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway because I've already started. Why waste the time and the power? But I don't need to build any more air bases. Having the base here in New Reno does at least give me a little bit. So for our planes here... Whoops. Hitting the wrong buttons today. New air wings. Gunships. I assume these are good. So let's go ahead and set up, let's just say 100 of them. And we don't have any missions to run with them. I'll just kind of let them reinforce. Missing equipment production. Doesn't matter. We're reinforced. We had some people in the stockpile. So now we're looking okay. We're not using up any more equipment, so now it's just about building up that stockpile while we can. We can officially modify the government again, and if I had something that would allow me to get some extra political power, that could potentially be good. But since we're so low right now, let's just play it safe until I know what I'm doing. More companies could be nice. Let's go ahead and get started with our doctrines. I am going to go for the refined warfare to make do with more guns for less manpower. I mean, robots could be good, but I suspect this is the proper route if you're going to be playing as the Enclave. Superior technology and giant robotic suits. I am Iron Man. Kill all. Right? Probably. We're working on better power armor. I have no idea how much this costs in terms of resources, so maybe this is a bad thing to go for early, but I figure if we can be producing the right kind of power armor, I mean, why the heck not, right? Seems better. New California Republic, how are you doing? Well, you've been training up some troops. I'm hopeful that they are going to get very distracted with the Caesar's Legion in the nearest future, who, by the way, just declared war on the Twin Mothers over here, which, again, is expected, so they're doing exactly what they should be doing. How are we doing on decisions? We still have another 27 days before we have to pop the button again. Now we have rebuilt the airstrip, so that's done. Let's go for the Mariposa Expedition and see if we get some goodies. Maybe we find some more manpower. Maybe we find some more equipment. Maybe something cool happens. I don't know. I've never played through this mod before. But it sounds good. So stability, I really could use more of that. The NCR just declared war on the Valley Bandits. So they're trying to stabilize their region a little bit. I don't remember who the Valley Bandits are. These guys down over here. So they're working down the Baja Peninsula. Yeah, that sounds right. Healing powder is done, so we'll be able to add that to our divisions, which I'm currently not training anything right now, but that's because our production sucks so bad. I do like the idea of logistics companies kind of early because it will protect me from some supply loss. Signal company is not a bad idea. Dynamite, I'm trying to remember exactly what this is going to do for me. So this gives me more soft attack. And a little bit of piercing. Auto lasers, less soft attack. No, sorry. Oh, wait. Fire geckos. Just cheap, but they give me breakthrough. Laser rifles, a bit of air attack. And heart attack, lots of that. But not much in the way of breakthrough, which is probably what I need the most of, if I'm being honest. Anti-tank is piercing. Pipe machine guns. Good amount of soft attack. That's about it. Allows for machine gun brigades. Probably pretty good for just shredding through our opponents. Then we have trained mongrels for a really good amount of breakthrough. But they're not very reliable. Fire geckos might be the best way to start. But I don't have the production to support any of that, is my problem. Let's see. I know I'll get some of these for free, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Let's finally go for things like the militia training. Let's just start with some of the basics. I want all this new tech, but if I don't have the production to support it, then really does it do me much good? The answer is probably no. More important that we make do with less. Looks like the Troll Warrens beat those other mutants. I don't care. Just more people for me to kill later. Cafeteria Incident. Sorry, a cafeteria. A disturbing photograph has been circulating among cafeteria staff, involving one of the staff members intentionally handling ingredients inappropriately. Like the guys who lick the shells at Taco Bell. Make a show of finding and punishing them, base war support, or gain political power. I'll gain the base war support. We have just enough political power that I can actually still make that work, and we'll be able to pop the button soon enough. But remember, the cost does go up literally every time we do this. We can begin a scavenging program. It disappeared. Interesting. Crackdown. What does this do? Crackdown has to be justified. National Spirit Civil War? Interesting. Where, there we go. Hide activities. Let's go ahead and pop the button again just so I don't forget. Now we have at least a little bit of time to work with. Yeah, this is actually kind of an interesting mechanic. We know we have to be building up a good stockpile of political power. I think I have, at most, 120 days before I'll have to pop this button again. No, wait, 143 days. So 143 times 0.79 is 113 political power. So as of right now, if I don't spend anything, we will have enough to pop the button one more time to prevent the NCR from detecting me. Okay. I guess I'm understanding how this works. Still need to do these expeditions and kind of find out what happens, though. So here comes the Mariposa Expedition. It appears that the base is in even worse shape than when we left it. Something demolished the entire upper level, presumably using explosives. Luckily, most of the base is underground, and there are alternative entrances for those with the right access code. Let's go. Mariposa Expedition, as our assault team pushes deeper into the bowels of this facility, rattling and screaming echoes through the metal corridors. It appears super mutants have arrived in these depths, God knows how. Order the soldiers to capture them, lose some war support and political power, but we unlock super mutant slaves. Or we kill mutants on site, lose a little bit of manpower, gain war support. So the super mutants are down here. So super mutant slaves. Replace collared slave labor with super mutant slave labor. Reduces stability and war support but gives construction speed. I don't think that's going to work out well for us at this stage of the game. So we're going to kill mutants on site and gain the extra war support. With the first squad super mutants taken care of, our team approaches the target of its expedition. The glowing green vats of FEV are right where we left them, though many of the cases are damaged. The FEV in these vats contaminated beyond belief. They would not be suitable for our research. With more super mutants on their heels, the team must decide what to do quickly. One vial is all we need, or bring whatever we can carry. These may come in handy. So this is a risky play, but maybe we get something really good. Alternatively, more political power. I don't know if I can afford to lose 100 manpower, but okay. Let's try this just because I'm curious what's going to happen. We're going to bring whatever we can carry. The Mariposa Expedition is complete. Recover the archives would allow me to get some good stuff. Contacting the remnants would allow me to get more manpower by spending political power. Or we can just gain a bunch of political power and try to hire somebody else to modify our government, which sounds good to me. Let's go for this. Alternatively, of course, we could have gone for another war goal, but the larger we are, the harder it is to defend, and then we absolutely would not have the political power necessary to make this work. Power armor research is done. Cool. So with that out of the way, let's see. Are we still ahead of time on tech? Yes, for this stuff. Special forces is an option. They're certainly good to have. Not sure we can support that at the moment. I don't think we can afford any motorized. I don't think we're doing any of this. Not going to do anything here. Not going to do anything here. I don't want to build any fighters at the moment. Naval stuff doesn't matter. Okay, so we can go for industry. We're not that far ahead of time on tech. So organized tato farming will give me extra recruitable population, more max factories per state, production efficiency, retention, and base, and factory output. However, it is incompatible with the basic forges, which give even more factories per state, efficiency cap, but it grows slower. Factory output is just increased in general, and conversion speed bonus. I think I'm going to go for the organized tato farming. Seems okay. Also, increased population doesn't seem like a very bad idea. Let's upgrade our power armor. Kind of curious, can I actually upgrade you and create variants? No. Yeah, this is one of the things that always confused me about the old world blues, is there's a lot of create and variant options that you can't, like, actually use at all. Not worried about it, though. We have enough resources, apparently, to be producing these without any issues, so that certainly is good. How are we doing in construction? We are speeding up slightly our ability to build these with a few extra civilian factories, but it's still slow going. Caesar's Legion has killed the hangdogs and grown up here to the north. They are going to be fun to deal with, aren't they? Yes, I think so they are. Let's see. Still don't want to kill the 80s at the moment. There's a lot of decisions available. Begin a sovereign program. What are some of these? Okay, let's see. Dump the dirty FEV. Waste not, want not. Is at war with it. Ooh. If we are at war with the new California Republic, we can contaminate their water, which increases their supply consumption by 100% for 50 days? Wow. That is going to hurt. So we can poison the crap out of the bear. I love it. Hold military theory committee. So we spend 100 command power to gain army experience. That sounds great right now. Let's do it. I could really use the extra army experience and start upgrading some templates. And I'm not going to use the command power right now anyway. So begin the scavenging program. Spends power. We currently lose some manpower and some weapons, though I think they get added on, assuming we are going to succeed. Chance of getting just good stuff. Melee weaponry and pipe guns. Those are weak, though. I don't use pipe guns and melee weaponry. So this doesn't seem like a very good scavenging program right now. Extend production shifts. Construction shifts. Research. Administrative. Reduce. Research speed goes down by 20%, but we get weekly war support. Don't think we need any of that yet either. Okay, let's just continue charging forward at speed 5 until I can figure out exactly what else I'm supposed to do. I think we just sit tight, finish things, and try to make sure that we have enough political power to continue hiding our activities. Vault Tech HQ. Okay, then we can open the vaults and gain manpower. Doesn't seem too bad now, does it? There's actually not a lot of options for us right now. We can't reorganize the troops without more stability, which apparently is extremely low right now. Why is it so low? I don't know. It's just really, really low. I would have thought that our popularity would have bumped it up a bit more. Contact the remnants. Contact the veterans. Can't do this yet. This will increase my stability if I can, though. Recover the archives. So I can get more manpower, or we can continue down this route. Let's go ahead and get the free Tesla weaponry. Might as well. Modifying the government is an option now. So let's see. Stability and monthly population. I mean, civilian goods hurts to use, but this is pretty good. Weekly stability seems terrible. Though this does give me a lot of elite support. I do not want to reduce my political power gain. I don't really like the idea of getting that much consumer goods. We could get Archdoman, who gives me the stability I'm looking for, though he's very expensive. And then we have a reformer. 150 is very steep, though. I don't think I can technically afford this. I really want it, but I don't think I can. Just because I only have so much time before I can do this. Well, okay. Hold up. So 79 days at 0.76 per day now is another 60. So that'll give me 272. But I think I need like 120. Which leaves me with 100. Actually, no. I totally have enough to pick up one right now. Okay. I can't afford the 200 guy, but I can't afford a 150. This would help with that. But I think I'm going to go for the monthly population and the stability. Let's try for that and see what happens. This will increase my political power gain actually a little bit, so it kind of works in that direction as well. So this seems like a better choice, as well as just improving my output. And getting me closer, hopefully, to one of those national focuses that require stability. Popularity is still going up by a little bit. Trying to get up to that 70%. We are going to recover those archives, though. So that gives me some new tech. Tesla energy weaponry. Sweet. Nothing else we can do down here, though. Can't attack anybody without more war support. So I guess we are going to go for the reprogramming of the robot defenses and try working toward extra arms workshops and outposts. We have outdated equipment, so we could just go ahead and start producing the Tesla energy weapons now. It does require more energy and advanced technology, but we have it. So why not go ahead and start producing it and just improve all of our infantry? So that's done already. Eventually, we'll be able to upgrade things that give us extra piercing value. Or heart attack, though to make that work, we first have to research the advanced energy weapons right here. What's this? Time penalty is reduced by 0.8 years. That's still a long time there. Super mutant clubs don't make a lot of sense. So not going to worry about any of that. Still ahead of time here. Still a little ahead of time there. Let's see. No longer ahead of time on the resistors. Let's go ahead and start improving our research tech even further. Troll Warrens are declaring another war. New California Republic just took a lot more of the Baja Peninsula, and by a lot more, I mean the rest of it. Okay, so that's going to be fun. The Washington Brotherhood is growing by a lot. They're going to be a threat. I mean, we're in an extremely tenuous position right now. I mean, it's nice having the radars and stuff. It's nice having the air bases and stuff. The Gente del Sol declared war on the Cowboys. No, don't kill the Cowboys. We like the Cowboys. Would love to modify said government. Cannot do so. Slow start as the Enclave, which is good because I was kind of worried going into this mod that the Enclave with all their power armor was going to be so outrageously overpowered that there'd be like no challenge whatsoever. But so far, the fact that we have our hands tied behind our back and we have to keep hiding is adding a sense of balance, which I really do appreciate. The Desert Rangers still have not finished off the Vipers, but it looks like they're starting to make that play now. There they go. Reprogramming the robotic defenses is done. We can reorganize the troops, which gives me a research bonus for the land doctrine and greatly increases our recruitable population. So mobilization law is what would change, but hang on. So this is our exports. This is our economy. This is our conscription law. Would it do this? I think so. I'm trying to remember what qualifies technically as mobilization law. That seems pretty nice if you want more manpower, but for now, let's focus on the economy. Let's get those extra arms workshops, let's get some building slots, and so on. Still have enough political power that we're gonna be fine. Unassigned divisions. We got divisions? We did indeed. SAM defenses. Did we just get robots? I think we did. What do they have? 8 combat width. Okay, I mean, Mr. Handy divisions. Are they the best? No. But am I going to complain about having more on the front lines for a wider front line? Not at all. I'm okay with it at the moment. Okay, so we're about to finish off hiding our activities. We have to do it again. 110. It's going to be 120 next time. So now we have 150 days at 0.84 per day. That's 126 natural generation. So we will be able to press the button, but we can't afford to spend much more, if at all. Unless, of course, we press a button. That gives me more. So we're at 69% popularity. Well, it says that. We're actually at 68.46. Why did it round up to 69% in this top over here if it's actually below 68.5? That's not how rounding works. Unless you're rounding up. All right, fair enough. Refined warfare is done. Okay, so it takes longer to train troops, but they're all better. Concentration of force, recovery rate, and organization. Recruitable population factor. Ouch. Still going to pick it up. The doctrines take a very long time to work down, so seems good. Let's go for the production efficiency, because now that we actually do have some factories, like we want to be improving this a little bit. Slowly producing power armor. It's taking a very long time to upgrade my units. But we're getting at least a few. New base of operations is done. Now we have some decisions. We can work toward reopening the Sierra Laboratory for a research slot. Power armor production, so it produces a lot faster. That's pretty good. Or gain free plasma weaponry technology, and we can produce it quickly. Well, I've already got some pretty good Tesla guns. I think I would have to go for the power armor. But we're going to go for the reopening of the Sierra Laboratory for the research slot. That will eventually allow me to go for the... Wait, no, this is a focus. Hang on. Opening the vaults and then resuming the FEV experiments, which does reduce stability a lot. But it sounds like we can start working toward getting the perfect human. So, I don't know. Sounds good. There's our free factories. Let's produce more power armor, more energy weapons. Do we want to produce more ships? I guess we need to produce at least a few robots just so we can reinforce what we have now, but we don't have enough electricity anymore, so we need to be wary of that. Everything I produce seems to require electricity. I think we also need to produce some basic support equipment. So that's all my factories. We'll go ahead and start working on this. I'm still mostly working on upgrades at this point, but a little bit of extras is not a bad idea. -1 electricity is not a huge disadvantage, so I'm going to kind of ignore that, at least for the moment. Let's see. We are up to 50% stability and 46% war support. I mean, we're making some good progress. We'll definitely be able to do some new stuff. I would love to get to things like Protectors of Humanity. That would be helpful as well. And we actually can do that now. The Great Khans declare war on the Sorrows. So this version of the Old World Blues mod, I think, does actually focus a bit on the Khanate. I think. I have no idea how viable they are to play, though. Reinforce rate again. More of this stuff. We kind of need... We need power production. Let's go ahead and research those basic generators. Since we know that that is a resource that I'm struggling with, we'll go ahead and try for that. So I'm not generating any more army experience, it looks like, but we were able to get at least a couple more template changes. We don't have enough equipment for basically anything. We do have a deficit of 13 robots at the moment. We're barely producing anything. That'll change eventually, though, right? 3 per month. I mean, is something. Kind of works. Really wish we had more political power generation, though. Still, the extra research slot is going to be great. Could modify the government again. Don't need to at the moment. Okay, so that's now done. I don't know if I want to reduce the base stability yet. Let's go for the Protectors of Humanity. Well, wait. No, let's go for that because the stability is good. It does produce more political power. We're now producing 1 per day. That makes a big difference. New research slot. Resource gain efficiency is actually not a bad idea, just because we are extracting some. So this would also solve some of my woes. And frankly, the more that we would be able to trade would be great, but we are a hidden economy, so meh. Yeah, if we don't want to build any of the generators right now, and they would take a little time, then at least we can just produce more electricity, and then we don't have to worry about the supply issues. It makes sense. It's a smart way to play the game. All right, let's see. We have a small stockpile of infantry equipment. If we wanted to, we could train a couple more divisions. Alternatively, we can modify these guys and just make them better to try and get up to 80 combat width. Sorry, 20 combat width. This would cost me some of that infantry equipment to just reinforce the one we have now, and some manpower by a little bit. We can save this and make them better. So we'll have our 20 combat width. But an alternative is just to make our power armor better. So for example, the Recon Company would cost me some equipment that we currently don't have. Darn. Maintenance Company. So if I did this, it would cost me support equipment. Wait, we did have infantry equipment. That's not the issue. The support equipment, though, is what we need. And a little manpower. This costs less support equipment. A recon company is not a bad idea. Would definitely improve our divisions. But we can't afford it right now. I think I would rather instead just go ahead and upgrade these guys. Get the 20 combat width. It just costs me things that I already have in an excess of. So we'll pop that. We'll reinforce that one unit. We'll also go back to our decisions, and we have 100 of our command power, so let's just go ahead and hold the Military Theory Committee again. and start working toward the army experience for yet another change. Okay, sounds good. How are we doing in terms of popularity? We are up to 72%. Vault City is engaged in a war right now. Would love to attack them. Can't at the moment. 80% is the big one that we're looking for to get rid of our political infighting. Oral instruction is done. This is not very far ahead of time. Nor are you. I think we will just go ahead and start working on some things like encryption tech, though. And we're going to have to end this video here, but thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.